Hello again everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're at Marine Corps Base, Hawaii, and the other side of the mountain ridge ahead of us is Honolulu. The reason why we're here, we're taking a look at the new MilViz Corsair for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Specifically the aircraft was known to be used in World War II and used very intensively in the Pacific Air War against the Japanese, and was known for carrier landings, etc. So I thought it would be quite fitting for us to check out the aeroplane here and test it out for the new sim. Make sure you click like and subscribe down below, and let me know what you think in the comments below as well. Starting at the front of the aeroplane, then we can get some great detail from the propeller. Nice decals, great textures of the metalwork depending on the light conditions, and of course it's got the droppable fuel tanks as well. The wings themselves have got a little landing light that pops out when you turn them on, and there's about 7 or 8 different liveries for this aeroplane, so loads to choose from, and of course no doubt the community will work away at skinning them all. There's lots of additional little details as well, like oily footprints on the left flap and wing area, which is a nice little quality of life detail. And the cockpit textures and everything are quite nice too. So, bearing in mind it's a tail dragger, it's going to be quite hectic to deal with on the ground itself. For taxiing, similar to the Spitfire, but all in all, very nice on the outside. Into the aeroplane then, and we've got our mirrors left, right, and middle at the top. Loads of switches at the top here for guns being on, outboard, inboard guns, etc. And pylon releases as well, along with tail arming for carrier landings. Loads of textures inside the cockpit itself as well. Rusty metal seats, switches, levers, everything all seems to work. Although they might not come with animations, a lot of the buttons do flick and switch too. All your electrics are on the right hand side of the aeroplane in the cockpit, and very basic instruments for us to keep an eye out on. So let's get us started up, have a little listen. There we go, some great sounds on the outside and on the inside as well. So let's get her up, have a little look. Buzzing about then, we're going to throw it around, do a couple of simple aerobatics and see how she flies basically. The nice thing here is I can directly compare it against the Spitfire that was released a few weeks back by another developer. And it's a similar era of aviation as well, so it'd be quite interesting to see the difference between the two and how they've both been rendered into the sim by comparison. Flies really well, I've got to say. It's quite twitchy, but of course if you use trim throttle to help you and you manage the throttle setting carefully, it does fly really nicely. One thing to bear in mind, of course, is if you abuse the aircraft and you stay in full throttle the whole time, you can blow the engine, which I found out a little earlier on. go. For those of you who are looking to get an old style military aircraft, or even just a supercharged prop, historic prop for Microsoft Flight Simulator, then something like this would be something you'd really enjoy, and I can highly recommend it. It's quite enjoyable just blasting about, throwing it into turns, loops, barrel rolls, and it's quite playful. As I said earlier, it's quite twitchy on the ground, and it can be a little twitchy in the air as well. It just makes it more enjoyable when you are blasting about. Places like Hawaii, for example, as you guys are seeing here in the sim, it's rendered incredibly well with the photogrammetry and the general landscape and environment, so I can highly recommend it as a place for you to give this a go around. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Please do click like and make sure you click subscribe down below. Check out the live stream schedule and make sure you hit that notification bell as well, so you guys don't miss when we go live. Thanks for watching.